But I just at the top of the show, I think like if you were to, often the Roberto Carlos versus Marcelo debate comes up, and I think a lot of people feel Marcelo has overtaken it. But I got to tell you, when I watch Roberto Carlos, the more and more I watch him, revisit him for this historical segment, the more I kind of lean towards like, I don't know if there's a clear-cut winner. I think it's closer than people think. I don't think there's maybe one clearly above the other, but this guy was like transcendent at times. Like there was nobody that could comprehend or deal with him on that flank. Like Angloma could kind of keep up with him. Mendieta had no chance. Angulo had no chance. Jukic had no chance. He would like have overhit touches but still catch up. He would, Mendieta would have a head start running and he would still catch up. And I think at
there's
one point,
instance of that is just, you laugh when you watch it.
Yeah, the tackle, right?
Mendieta has like 10 meters on
him.
And it lasts for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And he's already taking him over.
So shortly after, one of the things that caught my eye is that at one point, Roberto Carlos steals it from him, and Mendieta just looks at Roberto Carlos like he's just kind of dumbfounded at like this alien he has to play. He has no idea what to do because he's such a physical freak. I think that was one of the highlights for me, apart from Redondo, who I thought was great in this game. I love the way Roberto Carlos played.
Couple of points. What a terrible shirt! It's so baggy.
No, you're
huge,
kidding. That's my favorite
shirt.
one.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Come on. It looks Everyone looks oversized.
It does.
Like
it is a bit
borrowed
baggy
from their older brother.
It's baggy.
Yeah, that's true.
The long sleeve version of this is a bit tidier. It's more slim fitting, which they wear all chapter. But the design itself was spectacular, Ed. Really?
I think it's just terrible.
So what happens if you put this team in a time machine and put them in, I don't know, in last year's Champions League final against Liverpool?
Well, actually, I mean, you think about how deep they sat, because I was going to say, if they allow everyone that amount of space in between the lines, especially in the midfield, everyone's just going to drive at them and take them on 1v1. But, I mean, no one, Mane, Salah, they're not going to be making runs in behind because there's no space. So, and Liverpool really don't have they would need more technicians in midfield to be able to kind of utilize that space that they have and dribble at the back line and find the right pass. So it may be closer than we think, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, like you said, you've got collection of individuals that no matter the time era, Raul, Roberto Carlos, Redondo. I mean, these guys, they can get it done, but it's just tactically, how would they fare is another question.
Yeah, though I would trust those guys to hold up and have a big game. I think the game plan would have to be, you essentially have to break Liverpool's press and then rely on Roberto Carlos and Redondo and McManaman to carry the ball forward on the counterattack and feed Morientes and Anelka. And I would maybe think about benching Morientes for, I don't know if there was who was on the bench. Maybe you put in Savio, still really the only one I could think of just to provide an extra midfield presence and also a good offensive player who could help with the counterattack. But I guess it's possible. I think I would rely a lot on Roberto Carlos because he's the type of player that could potentially keep both Trent Alexander-Arnold and Salah in check, or they could think twice about getting forward or something. From what I've observed, there's like just kind of dealing with, I just seeing comments and how Madridistas are reacting to it. There's two different kinds of reactions to the season so far. One is the faction that are saying just chill. It's so early. Zidane has won us this. We have great players. We were unlucky against Valladolid. We were unlucky against Villarreal. If it wasn't for Ramos's mistake, we would have won. If it wasn't for, I don't know, this player missing that, we would have won. It's not Zidane's fault. Ramos made a mistake. Blah blah. And then there's the opposite extreme, which is, everything. We're just, this is a disaster. I'm kind of in between, if I'm being honest, and I don't really. I don't know. I guess you're more than welcome to believe what you want to believe, and that's fine with me. But I'm kind of in between in the sense that I would be more relaxed if this was just a small hiccup along the way. It doesn't. We have way larger sample size and I do believe there is room for genuine concern. And I think
exactly.
And it's like if your argument is if Ramos didn't make that mistake, okay, so, but then that's acting like Real Madrid had created enough chances to score like 3-5 goals. If you look at the XG in this game, it was neck and neck. So it's not like,
no,
you know where I'm going with this, right? I think there's like somewhere in between. There's this view that I think where I am, where it's like it might get better, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. I was looking at the club's greatest goalkeepers. I actually think if you rank him by quality, somehow it's better for him than ranking him by legacy. Because if you rank him by legacy, I know that sounds weird to say, but like, for example, someone like Ricardo Zamora, who is regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in the club history, played in the 30s. There's no way I'm going to put him over Keylor. I have no idea what this guy was facing in the 30s. Was he facing anything?
Unfair. That
right?
comparison is unfair. Yeah.
Yeah.